Hey everybody, it's Marche and I'm back with Shay Say. So today I wanted to just come on here and talk about consistency and staying motivated. I did a poll a couple of months ago on my Instagram story and I asked like what kind of content that everybody would like to see, and the main thing was, how do I stay motivated and consistent? So for me, I do a lot of posting in my own way, like nano marketing with my Instagram regarding Shay Say. I post reels, I post pictures, so content basically. And I know a lot of people, they struggle with just staying consistent and up to date on Instagram, especially people who have businesses or their businesses and they're like service providers. Also people who do YouTube, they ask like, how do you just stay motivated? And the other part to that is sometimes when you feel like, cause at times I take breaks. And a few of my videos, even here on YouTube, I'll be like, okay guys, like, yeah, I was gone for 2 months or so. So for me, it was a realization of this is something I can actually speak on, because I feel like I take too many breaks or I'm away from my YouTube channel too long. But to the outside world, they see it as this girl is always posting, she's consistent. So I'ma just dive into this. This isn't no long video. Hopefully whatever I share on here could be helpful. So it's gonna sound really cliche, but it is what you probably may hear all the time. You have to know your why. And even when people ask me in my personal life, I say for me personally, I have this constant pull when I'm away from my camera too long, meaning if I haven't recorded a video, I feel pulled to it. Like it's calling me when I find myself running away from it because I don't feel like my videos are good enough, or I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think that my content is really helping anybody. I still feel a pull to come back onto camera. And I will say, not even gonna say like starting out when I made my channel, but ever since I was little, I've always just loved talking. I love telling stories. I love helping people. When people would ask me something and I actually have like the knowledge and the information, I love sharing. I like making sure that people like really understand the information that I am sharing. I always tell everybody, I don't just talk to talk. I also do like having great conversations and talking with others. And then since I was a kid that talked a lot, especially when I feel comfortable around you, or you just have that space that makes me feel like I can talk to you. But in school, everybody will always say like, you should have your own talk show. You need to write a book, because I just have stories and I have a really big imagination as well. So it's also a passion of mine. That's what keeps me motivated and consistent. And like they say, I see bigger, for me personally, I see bigger than just YouTube. I would still love to produce and have my own talk show, podcast, radio show, write books, all of that. Like my brain is always thinking bigger than just YouTube. But when I initially started my channel, I was in media school here in Cleveland. It's called the Ohio Media School. They have some in other states as well. And that's how Shay Say was formed officially. I have a video from 2 years ago saying how I started. I'll link it. You can go back and watch it. because this video is about staying consistent. So I will sit here and lie to you too. Like, I grew up, so I'm 27. So growing up, YouTube was on the rise. And a lot of the people that are considered OG, like YouTubers, I saw them from the beginning. Like when video quality was only 350. Now we're at 1080. And I think anybody that would sit here and say like, oh, I just do YouTube because I want to do YouTube, and not because we see the money you can also make out of it. It's another income stream. So I would be lying if I said that wasn't an aspect, but I had to also detach myself from the money mindset, because sometimes we think when we start stuff, we should instantly, boom, hit. I was just watching a video and it was talking about how sidebar social media real marketing, but we live in such a microwavable popcorn culture where we want everything instantly. So when we start things, we want instant success, instant just gratification, and a lot of it comes down to having a work ethic, having strategy, and also producing great quality. If you want to do or stay in anything long term and you're serious about it, you have to make sure that you're putting out not just quantity, but also quality. You have to make sure that everything that your name is attached to, it is a representation of you. So when I started, yes, I was thinking about what's the word? There's no limit to the money you can make by having a YouTube channel. So on the business side, and just me thinking down the line, I'm like, okay, as I do this and I build it, it would be a welcomed income stream to have, because I personally don't want to work the job that I have for the rest of my life and everything. So that was a motivation, but my main motivator is that I really just enjoy talking, and I feel like I am connecting with you and everybody else that's watching this video. Like I said, I like to share information, anything that I speak about, personal experiences. I feel like it's helping somebody out there. Another way that I stay consistent is I've learned to get out of my own head. I've learned to stop comparing myself. I've learned to just be Marche. I also stopped letting fear hold me back, because I used to feel like I don't have anything. I don't have like a crazy upbringing or any crazy like early 20s experiences or stories. So who's going to listen to me? Who's going to care? But when I switched that perspective and said that there's a crowd for everybody, somebody will relate to the content that I share, and also not comparing myself, because I am Marche. I tell everybody, mainly I tell like the guys I date, like, I'm Marche. You ain't gonna never have another Marche, because I'm me. And it's the same for you. Like, nobody else can be you. And also, I was just talking to one of my close friends a few months ago, like last month or so. I said, I'm not sitting here doing all of this just for me. I'm also doing it for my family and the family that I aspire to have in the future. I want to leave a legacy. I also want to leave a legacy. I want to provide for my family. And I also want to show, I don't have kids, so I have my 2 little cousins. I also want to show them and anybody else, but since they're close to me, that you can do anything. Like, you can do it. You can do anything. I always say I don't have a blueprint to follow. I am the blueprint. I'm making the blueprint. Do it drive me crazy sometimes? Yes. Is it a lot of hard work? Yes, because y'all, listen, y'all see these reels, these 10-second, 15-second videos. Sometimes a reel, and I'm not even being dramatic, can take an hour minimally, like if you're not even putting any effort into it. When you see all them angles and them shots, it's a lot of detail that goes into that. It could take an hour's work to produce a 15-second reel. But I literally enjoy all of that. I enjoy editing. So for me, that's how I stay, to sum it all up, that's how I stay motivated and consistent. I know my why, but I also have a passion for it, because it's a lot of, I can't say this word, mundane or mundane tasks that goes into it. Also, you can drive yourself crazy. I was just saying, like, nobody ever talks about the numerous times that you just say, I quit or I give up. But that's another video for another day. So all in all, I hope that this helped somebody. It helped you to just keep pushing forward. Figure out your why. Once you have your why, no matter how repetitive it seems, just keep going. Earlier, I used the analogy of how a lot of these songs that we see on TikTok or Reels, like I think, what's that? I haven't really listened to it, but the Robitussin song from Chris Brown, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was on a previous album, but somebody found that little snippet and it's going viral. So you might not feel, or you just may get tired of doing the same thing every single day. But I promise, if you keep going, you're going to get somewhere. But if you quit, you'll never know where you could have gotten to. So don't quit. I always keep that picture. I don't know if y'all seen that meme. It was the man that was mining, and it was like a cave or rocks or something. And he literally just had like maybe one to three more hits, and he was there, but he was about to give up. So that always stays in my head when I feel like I'm about to quit, I'm about to give up. And also I'm truly learning to have faith. Faith is the things basically like anticipated, unseen, and unheard of, but you still, like, you see it here. Because I probably just messed all of that up, so I'll just put it down there. So I will say, keep going, keep doing anything that you need to do. Figure out your why first, and you'll be smooth sailing from there. So if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me on Instagram. Also visit www.shaysay.com, and I look forward to talking with you again.